first episode of 2024. I hope everybody's year is off to a great start, and hope everybody's having a lot of fun playing MK Mobile, because I think change is coming fast, guys. I can smell it. There's gonna be an update. You know there's gonna be an update. You can just feel it. You know what I mean? Like, let me open the phone up real quick. Look at this game, because we only have a certain amount of days left on Dark Queen's Tower. Yeah, for the Fatal Tower, we have 8 days left for the Fatal Tower. Now, granted, there's 22 days left for just the normal tower, and the Lin Kuei Tower did just come out. So, of course, we have 36 days for that, but that doesn't mean they won't sneak in the next update in between that time, right? Because it is the first of the year. You want to start, like, you're thinking about quarters. You know, the first month of the first quarter is almost up. We want to start getting that new content out, get it into our hands so we can start tapping on these screens and playing this game more. So with that, we're going to talk about maybe new character predictions, okay? And for the track record, my track record is terrible at predicting new characters. I've been right maybe a couple times over the last 8 years. So just keep that in mind while we're going through this. But I did do a little more investigation for my guessing on this one, so that might help out a little bit. But first, before we get into that, as customary, we needed to do our Test Your Might. So I'm going to read a question about MK Mobile and get you guys can think about it the whole time I'm talking, and then see if your answer is correct at the end of it. So this episode's Test Your Might question is, this is a stage question. This might be one of the very first stage questions I've ever asked. But it is, this stage features weapons such as Shao Kahn's hammer, Cole Kahn's weapon, and even Scorpion's sword in the background. Okay? That is the question for this episode's Test Your Might. Good luck with that. I know you can do it. It's an older stage. It's a little tip right there. A little hint. It's an older stage. Anyways, let's get back into new character predictions, everybody. I think that we are going to see the completion of one of the newest teams that has arrived in the game, and that is obviously the MK1 character team. We only have one character of that so far. With the new game still being pretty hyped up, obviously they're going to want to introduce some more MK1 characters, because MK1 Scorpion right now by himself is a beast, but wait till he gets some teammates. You know that is going to be a crazy team, okay? You thought MK11 teams were crazy. I think MK1 teams are going to be even crazier. So usually I'll just guess just on what my heart tells me, but this time I did a little bit more investigation. And when I say investigation, I mean I put in tens of hundreds of seconds of serious investigation into this. And literally all I did was I Googled the most popular MK1 characters. And I came up with a couple different sites. So let's go over that and just see what the most popular MK1 characters are. And this was from Gamer Rant. This is an article out of Gamer Rant from January this year. So it's pretty fresh. Okay. And this is a note that the article says here. Note, the following list ranks every combatant based on the number of people who have searched for information about their fatalities. Though it is by no means definitive, it should give a pretty good indication of the most popular characters in Mortal Kombat 1. And that's, if you're going to put a new character out in a game, you're going to want it to be the most popular, right? Because you're going to want it to sell the most. It just makes sense. So I'm going to read off the first 6 characters here. We'll start with the 6 and work our way down to 1. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just put this in perspective. The 7th character is Scorpion. Okay, so we already have Scorpion. We're going to work our way up the list to the most popular at this point in the game's history. Number 6, Sub-Zero. Number 5, Johnny Cage. Number 4, Smoke. Number 3, Liu Kang. Number 2, Omni-Man. And the most popular character as of January 2024 for MK1 is Quan Chi. Okay, I don't know about you, but I would love to see MK1 Quan Chi make his way to MK Mobile. That'd be freaking awesome. So that was from Gamer Rant. Now let's go over to another article from thegamer.com. And this is the 10 best fighters in Mortal Kombat 1 ranked. So I'm going to start at number 6 and work my way up again. And I will tell you what, number 6 on this list is a character that we already own, or possibly own, if you've been playing the Crypt. That is MK1 Scorpion. So MK1 Scorpion comes in number 6 already on this list. So here, going up the list here, number 5 is Johnny Cage. Number 4 is Liu Kang. Number 3, Kitana. Number 2, Kenshi, and number 1, Sub-Zero. Again, that is from thegamer.com, and that is the most popular characters ranked. Now, it does not surprise me that Sub-Zero makes that list. And honestly, if I'm going to predict the newest MK1 characters, Sub-Zero is definitely going to be one of those characters, okay? And I know what you're thinking. We have a lot of Sub-Zeros already, but he sells, right? He sells, Scorpion sells. That's why they started with Scorpion. If you remember right, they did the same thing with MK11 Scorpion. MK11 Scorpion was one of the first characters, if not maybe the first. It was between him or Raiden. I can't remember, but he was right up there. So he is what attracts people's attention. He's one of the most iconic names, him and Sub-Zero. And so that's why I think they started with him, and I think Sub-Zero is going to be next, okay? That's my guess. After him, to make the team complete for 2024, I could see them adding Quan Chi. I think Quan Chi, although the crypt gear that he got in his brutality did make him a lot stronger, no doubt about that. But we need a solid MK1 Quan Chi. Okay, so those are my 2 guesses: Sub-Zero and Quan Chi to complete the 2024 MK1 team. Okay, leave what you think, or who you think is going to be an MK1 team. Leave them in the comments below, or get back to me on Twitter. Leave it in the comments. I want to know, and believe me, guys, I'm probably wrong. But you know what? It's fun to guess. So, anyways, another thing that was interesting about this last year, and I mentioned this in the podcast I just did with Bojar and Man with No Game 45, was the fact that they kind of put the brakes. They pumped the brakes on the towers, on new towers, I should say. We only had 1 new tower of 2023, if you can believe it. You probably didn't even notice that. We only had 1 new tower, the action movie tower, at the very beginning of the year. After that, they kind of just pumped the brakes, like I said, and they stopped doing new towers. They would come out with repeat towers, which was fine because it gave older players and newer players a chance to get some of that equipment that you didn't see that often. But I think what took its place was they put the crypt mode, in its place. And I just think they were feeling that crypt mode out, and the crypt mode is interesting because it does allow new and older players to acquire some of that tower gear that you just don't see very often. So maybe they're trying to like transition kind of into a mix of towers and crypt. It's going to be interesting. 2024 is going to be interesting to see if they do that. We may not see any new towers again. It's possible. So anyways, going back to the crypt though, I got to tell you guys this. The crypt I still find amazing. I mostly grind out just hard mode anymore, and I can pretty much grind it out on autoplay and until I get to a boss fight. But all the other fights I can pretty much just do autoplay. I can get it down to about half an hour ish for a hard mode, and I have received my last 3 brutalities were courtesy of the crypt event. I got the 3 epics I needed to complete the Jokers, Sindel's, as well as just today Tremors brutality, which Tremors was, I think, rated the best fatality of a podcast that I did, or an episode that I did last year at some point, but his brutality was rated the best. So anyways, I'm pretty excited. Haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty excited that I finally got it, which is awesome. So another thing that's awesome is Man with No Game 45's bronze beatdown. He used a bronze team, everybody, freaking bronze team, to beat Fatal 184 on Dark Queen's Tower. Yes, the video isn't out yet. I will let you know what it is. But yeah, a freaking bronze team? Are you kidding me? That's absolutely insane. No one on the planet Earth has ever done that to date, except for that guy, except for Man with No Game 45. So props to you. I can't wait to see that. Cannot wait to see that. So with that in mind, I think that's that. I kind of just wanted to put a quick episode out here with. I know there's an update coming. I can feel it in my nerves. I can feel it. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for that to come out. Can't wait to see what characters we're going to get. Can't wait to see if they come with a passive. And hopefully the passive is like a cameo character. So one of the MK1 characters' passive is just a cameo character that pops out and helps its teammates. I'm not sure, but I would love to see that. So those are my guesses for new characters. Let me know what you think. And I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. But before we end, we got to finish the Test Your Might section that I almost skipped over. So here's the question again. This stage features weapons such as Shao Kahn's hammer, Kotal Kahn's weapon, and even Scorpion's sword in the background. The answer is Quan Chi's fortress. Freaking awesome stage. There's so much more in it. There's so much more going on in that background. it's really cool just to go in there and kind of explore it, like take a screenshot and just kind of zoom in and look around. So yeah, that's the answer for that tester mic, Quan Cheese Fortress. So hope everybody's having a good day. Thank you all for listening to this podcast, the MK Mobile Podcast. I really appreciate it. And there'll be more this year. There'll be a lot more this year. I'm planning on getting a lot more guests involved, which is definitely needed because I do a lot of talking. And sometimes it's nice to hear other people talk. So, all right, everybody. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.